Hey guys, happy Monday. My favorite day of the week. A lot of people think I'm weird for that, but if you're a trader, you probably know what I mean. Listen, I want to pop in here real quick, talk a little bit about Tesla and AMD. We can learn a lot from what happened today, but before we get there, let's just look at the markets real quick. S&P wants higher price, right? But we're up here on without conviction. We're up here on lighter volume. We take out the swing point right here on greater volume. The projected price move is 687. We're up here, but we don't have the volume, right? So if you look, if I hover over this, you can just look at the candle size down here, right? There's not enough volume. So it's not confirmed yet. Could come back down here and retest these support areas I've noted. If it did that, no big deal. I mean, we've come a long way. It would be absolutely nothing, and it would still be a bull market. So nothing to talk about there. QQQ, same thing. We're up here uh, looking for higher price, but again, the volume isn't confirming it yet, so we don't know. So looking at Tesla. By the way, I think the indices go higher into the end of the year. We're gonna end the year significantly higher. I think by the end of the year, we're gonna fulfill that price target of 687 and 633 at least, and then some. I think by the end of the year. But before that, we could test one of these areas. I don't know, but that's for free. That's on the side. All right, here's what I want to talk about Tesla. So look at Tesla. We've had a big run with Tesla, and you know that I've often drawn an analogy between stock price moves and running a 100-yard dash. And here we ran a 100-yard dash, and there's my sigh. You have to kind of rest, right? You run 100 yards, you get tired, your body has to rest. And that's kind of what happened here. So we went up and ramped 3 days ago into some anticipation, and there's a lot of call buying and a frenzy, and then we sold off, right? So we sold up here. It doesn't matter what I do, but we sold up here, and then bought it back down here. Now, why did we buy it back down here? Well, it became because we came down and retested on lighter volume. So you'll see I have lines drawn here. These lines aren't arbitrary. In fact, I should technically have one drawn. You typically draw the highs and the lows, which I don't usually do, but my eye does. The highs and the lows of a candle. So technically it should look like that, right? Um, but you look at this candle, and this candle is where the volume is. So what happens if you look down here, or up here, I guess, sorry, this floor, if you will, the outer wall of this floor in terms of volume was 163 million. We came down here in lighter volume and then pierced it and bounced with 132. Not enough to push it down. It's like whacking the floor with a hammer, right? It isn't a sledgehammer. It's just a typical hammer, right? And it just bounced because it was not going to break in the floor, right? So we have a bounce. So that's the importance of volume. So you can see volume as a level of support and as a level of conviction for breakouts. Same thing with AMD today. This is interesting, right? Because it had such a huge gap up today to 226 or whatever it was. But look at that spread. It closed on the lows today. This is still bullish, by the way. But this is why you would never chase. You wait for it to set up. Big news like today, you open up the TV, turn the TV on, and it looks like AMD is running away. It's not, right? There's always a place and a time to buy it and never chase. And today was a case in point. We're up here at 226, and then we gave it up all throughout the day to 203. Now, this is still bullish, but then what do? You always look to the left, right? So look on the weekly, look to the left. Oh, there's a perspective right there. So what we're going up against is the highs before, which first time you touch it, you resist it. So this is 423 million. Today you're going up here with 427 million. Now this is weekly, it's only one day, so we got volume. You technically would take that 247 million times 5 to get how much volume there is. There's a lot of volume. So to make it clear, let's go back down to the daily and I'll show you, right? So we had, what did I say? It doesn't matter. Forget the numbers. Just look at the size here of this so I can do it fast for you, right? Look at how big that candle is. It's massive. It dwarfs everything over here, right? And certainly it's more volume than this. Now, if you do the projected price move of AMD, when it breaks this, holds it, and takes it out in volume, which we already have the volume, by the way, the projected price move is 294. So this is going to almost 300, 294. But you don't have to buy it today. You wait until it breaks out tomorrow. If you would have bought it at the open to try to chase it, you'd be down 25 points. That's crazy, right? But people try to do that. It's nuts. So just a quick hit on volume, right? AMD is a great learning opportunity, and so is Tesla. If you can kind of master volume, you will make a lot of money. You will be a successful trader. If you're a successful trader today, you'll just take it to the next level. So watch volume, study volume. It can tell you a lot in terms of where to enter and where to exit. Hope that helps. Talk soon.